Hi everyone, I'm back at my Arduino again. Got my fan going. Just have one thing different. I got my relay with the L293D IC chip, computer chip there. I'll go into what's going on here. Not entirely satisfied, but I did make some progress. This is what's added to it, a relay. That's been some of the trouble here. Now, relays are used for a lot of control circuits. Matter of fact, they've been used in long-distance telegraph circuits as amplifiers to your dots and your DAS. It's used extensively in telephone exchanges and early computers to perform logical functions. I'm just paraphrasing what's on here. It gives electrical isolation for controlled and controlled circuits. They use electromagnetic magnets, some of them, to mechanically operate switch, but others are solid state relays. And that's what I think I have, a solid state relays. Okay. A type of relay that can handle the high power directly to control an electric circuit or other loads is also called a contactor. So sometimes you'll hear it called a contactor. The solid states have no moving parts versus electromagnetic ones that do. You can find them in your cars, these relays too, if you look in your dash box or your dash by the engine compartment. They're there. And sometimes they get pitted or rusted, and sometimes you can file them off a little bit and get them to work again, but a lot of times it's just best to replace them. Okay. Now, this relay has 2 pins on the back and 3 pins on the front. The problem is the front pin, and this is what's causing me a lot of trouble today, was it doesn't line up with your breadboard, that center pin. So you got to bend it. And a few times I bent it too far and it didn't go any hole whatsoever. Having said that, I'm hooking up my DC motor again, and the solid state relay, you can see this is a symbol for an inductor. And when the 5 volts is applied, it completes the circuit, allowing the motor to spin. If not, it stays in off state. You get the communication files going through the 3 lines, green, yellow, and orange. 1 to line 2, 1 to line 1, and 1 to the enable, which dictates its direction and how long it goes and what have you. That's why I'm kind of unhappy right now. Now, mind you, I forgot this L293D chip. You're only hooking up one side. And your power supply unit, this guy over here, is hooked only to this one side because you're only using one side of the motor. If you're using the other side, you're hooking to this. Well, I was putting wires on this side because I saw on the schematic and the wiring diagram. And I figured, oh, that must be right. Not the case. So I couldn't take this wire here that connects to the motor and just hook it over here because it wouldn't be completely connected to the rest of the circuit. So I brought it over here and I daisy chained one to join the rest of the family of the power. And voila, I have my fan spinning. Also, I had to make sure it was turned on for my power supply. There's a button here because it will turn it off completely. I even got to the point where I was switching 3.3 to 5 volts, but I knew that was wrong. And once I got it working once, I figured that out. Again, folks, these are your COM lines connecting to the L293 IC chip, your clock, your latch, and your data wires. You have some ground wires, but all on this side. So you're not connecting to both sides. Now, that looks impressive and everything. It looks great and everything, but I'm not happy about it still. And not because I'm stubborn and Irish. Here's your power supply I mentioned. Here's your L293D chip. Here's your relay. And here's your motor up here. And here's your Arduino. So that's how this is all wired up and set up. But as I said, I'm not happy still. And I'm not sure how to get around it. But after wiring, please open the program, the code folder lesson 30, and click upload. After program loads, then turn all your power switches. The relay will pick up with a ringing sound. Then the motor will rotate. After a period of time, the relay will be released and the motor stops. Now, the most I've seen with this motor is that it slows down in RPM a little bit, your revolutions per minute, but it stays pretty stable. It's in a constant on state. So that's where I'm still vexed. And, well, that's where I'm at with that. But you see here, they're putting wires over here, but you're only using one side of the chip. And you're capable of operating two motors with two supplies. So I caught my mistake and I moved them over here where all the action is. And that's how I'm getting this fan going, because before I was getting nothing, nada, nunca, nothing at all. So you live and you learn. But these two power your fan, DC motor, and this is where this pin would bend over and I wouldn't make contact for this red wire for power also. So I had to make sure that I bent enough, but I had to bend in the right direction where it would go enough in the hole that it would make contact, thus what I have now. Okay, let's go to the program. Not everything in life works the way you want it. I even had this cleared up here for, let's see if I can clear it up now. I can't even get the serial monitor going right, but I'm compiling my file now. Oh, I still have this gobbledygook here. I've had it come and go, but it doesn't seem the main troublemaker. Let's see if I can go down the program and see what else I have. Okay, I want to talk about these four I equals 0. When a condition equals 0, it's good. I with a greater sign, greater than sign pointing to 5, that means increment up to 5, I believe. And this I++, it means increment to 1. I'm just teaching what I do know about programming. I wish I knew more, but it just isn't there yet, the knowledge base. But it has one way, then reverse, as one way, front, reverse. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, and it's probably something very, very simple. But if any of you have ideas, please make a comment on there, and much appreciated. But otherwise, you have a good day, be safe, and at least I got it running. That's a good thing. I just don't know how to make it do the other things. So take care and have a great day. Bye.